We have another bridge to repair. Bridge to the sawmill. It's close to the garage. I'll activate it with the bore. This thing's already halfway there. The bore moves fairly well in high gear. I'm gonna change the time. I'm gonna lock the differentials for this one. Hitting that in high gear would be a bad stunt. Bridge to the sawmill. This old bridge has gone without maintenance for a long time. No wonder there's so little left of it. Bring us some materials and we'll restore the direct route to the sawmill. Okay, it's activated. I'm gonna grab another fuel tank truck to bring out this way once it's opened up. And I'm gonna grab the International Paystar twin steer to do this task. We'll use the Kodiak. We need to put chains on it. I'm gonna sell all these extras. I already have the Western Star twin steer here, so it makes it look invisible. One truck on top of another. After you get out from the other truck, it goes back to normal again. I had that dairy longhorn loaded up and waiting to go up the mountain. So I took it up the mountain and I was gonna turn it into metal beams and bring it back down. Well, I got them all down there and it deleted one of them as I was trying to get my service spare part. And also I had that truck stuck in the trees and I had to come and get everything with the Western Star twin steer. I just left that dairy longhorn sticking in the trees and brought my load down, and after that got deleted, I just started over again. Restarting it just seemed like the quickest way to get it done. I'll just take this fuel down to the warehouse and leave it, and then I'll take 3 loads of metal rolls up, and I'll pick up that one that I dropped on one of those other tasks. Take it up with me, and that'll make 2 loads of metal beam. I'll bring those two down with this truck, and then I'll get 2 loads of service spare parts also on this truck. So we'll be double loaded from the warehouse to the bridge. Once I get this started, it shouldn't have any trouble at all. I really do need to use this truck every time I haul metal rows or metal beams. I can get up there and back without a trailer fairly easily, and this truck has a 3-slot bed on it. This is definitely the best truck you can get for this type of terrain. The bore gets around a little better, but it has such a limited use, and it can be a little bit bouncy. The bore is best with long logs. It's hard to get out of the garage driveway here. This map has some rough terrain. That's why I'm taking excessive amounts of fuel out with me. Driving on this ice is awesome as long as you know where to drive and where not to drive. We're coming in with an odd angle. It's going to be rough. Oh, that's rough. I don't think the C70 is dragging us back any. We just need differential locks. Differentials don't like the asphalt. Differential locks, I should say. I'm gonna leave that Kodiak C70 over here on the side of the road. This looks like a good place to leave it. I'm just getting 3 loads of metal rolls because of that load on the mountain we're going to pick up on the way through. That's what we came for. Let's get up the mountain. We're getting snow. I'll get my fuel from that big caterpillar at the bottom of the mountain. That should do it. I need differential locks on the stop part. Now we can gear it up. It wasn't ready for high. Oh, I saw that coming. I hit that at the wrong angle. It was wiggling around a little where I just jammed it into high gear. I'll get up a little closer to the rocks and I'll pull it across with a TUS 420. I keep it close by. Sometimes the TUS 420 is the only thing that can save you. I can get over this hump going downhill, but coming up is a different story. There's really deep mud and deep snow on the other side. You can't get much traction on it. Sometimes it just needs a tug. I'll put it back in at the parking place and wait for the next one. I always park it on that broken bridge. It's an easy way to get your truck through all of that deep mud. Let's get around this broken bridge and find our way to that other fuel tank. It did awesome considering there was no differential lock on. We're going to be overloaded coming back. It might be a little tippy. I'm going to top off on fuel. Let's get up the mountain. Actually, I gotta find this other metal roll first. See, this truck can drive on top of that stump. Wrong turn. After I get this straight, I'll grab that other metal roll. The middle roll's right behind this tree. I'm just gonna anchor down and grab it. That crane should hold it down. It might be a little tippy though. I forgot my anchor out. watchtower is at the top of the mountain. The warehouse is on the other side of the mountain. So there could be a whole lot easier way to get up here to this warehouse after we finish this bridge. This is the only truck that can make this trip. Maybe the other way is a whole lot easier. Well, this isn't the only truck, but it's the only one that I feel safe using to make this trip. We gotta maneuver around this big dead tree. That was crazy looking. We made it to the top of the mountain. That's the watchtower. It's all downhill from here until we come back, of course. I need some differential locks, not high gear. I gotta say, this truck will get you around when nothing else can. Oh, I busted a tire or two that time. Differentials are getting hot. We made it to the warehouse. Now I just gotta grab 2 loads of metal beams and make it back down. Here's the little brother to this truck. Let's turn these in and make some metal beams. I gotta grab this other metal roll and turn it in so it don't disappear. Now we can grab our metal beams. That should hold. Let's get turned around and head back down. Almost forgot my anchor out. I think I'll take a little fuel out of this other truck because it's full. That should get me to the next fuel tank. That road to the quarry is worse than this road here. I'm talking about the road that comes from this side. It has a bunch of turns in it. It's not good for big sized trucks. And it's quicker to come this way with this truck. Differential locks make a big difference. We're back at the top of the mountain. I can almost make that sharp turn. It's getting dark on us. I'm going to change the time. That looks a lot better. We can use that dead tree as a guardrail. If we didn't get fuel out of that other truck, I would have probably ran out trying to get to that tank. I think these maps cover more terrain than the other maps that I've been doing. This map seems a whole lot bigger to me, or this region, I should say. I'm hung against a tree. I'm hung on that stump. If I go around the upper side, I can run over that stump. You gotta keep the differentials locked. We're over it. I'll top off one more time and get down the hill. I hope those flat tires don't cause any problems. The shocks are busted too. Here's the broken bridge. We don't have far now. It's digging in. Of course, I don't need help from the TOS 420 going down. It's struggling. This road's pretty rough. This is extreme rock crawling. We might do better if I gear it down. You can't use differential locks on this rock. They don't have the power in auto. I guess this is a lot of weight. Can only do it in low minus. This is why I choose an off-road transmission. Low minus is handy. This dark spot is so soft, if you get over in it, you can tip to the uphill side. And you'll tip over the hill if you go too far the other way. I'm going to make a pit stop here at the fuel tank. Let's get over to the factory. Oh, we just smashed into a giant boulder. I should have geared up in the high before now. I was distracted by that giant rock I hit. We made it to the warehouse. We're going to be double loaded. The crane should hold it down. This is a true double load. We just gotta make it to the bridge. gotta watch these concrete patches. Especially these ones. I'm locking the differentials. I lost my load. That's not going anywhere. I left my anchor down. Hot differentials. I gotta pack that other metal beam. Stage completed. Task completed. Bridge to the sawmill. Great, here is a little something for your trouble, and it's a lot easier to get to the sawmill now.